Assalamualaikum. Baba, aku, how are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the coordinational anthem and IIO anthem. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and a very good morning to everyone. Honorable Professor Emeritus Dato Dr. Osman Maka, Rector of the International Islamic University Malaysia, Honorable Dato Sri Dr. HUSSIEN Abdul Kadir Al-HABSHEE, Distinguished Adjunct Professor, Department of Communication, Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman, Kuliah of Islamic Real Knowledge and Human Sciences, IIUM. Your Excellencies, IIUM Board of Governors, and all honorable guests, respected UMC members, Professor Dr. Hafiz Zakaria, Dean of Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman, Kuliah of Islamic Real Knowledge and Human Sciences, academicians, participants, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Department of Communication, KADIR KHS, International Islamic University, Malaysia, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to this premier talk organized in honor of the Honorable Dato Sri Syed Hussein Abdul Qadir Al-Habshi. Let us start our event today with the recitation of dua by Brother Muhammad Syamil bin Muhammad Zanani. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Al-Fatihah. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillahil Amin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarika lah. Lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu yuhyi wa yumiitu wa huwa ala kulli syai'in qadir. In the name of Allah, more gracious, most merciful. All praise is due to the Almighty Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the world. May the peace and mercy of Allah be upon His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family, companions and followers. Ya Allah, forgive us what we have done in the past and what we will do in the future, and what we have concealed and what we have done openly and what we have exceeded in every single part of our undertakings. You are the bringer forwards and you are the delayer. There is no true God except you. Allahumma ya Hannan ya Mannan. Ya Allah, with your mercy and protection, we are able to gather here in conjunction with premier talk by Datuk Seri Dr. Syed Hussein Al-Habshi, Distinguished Adjunct Professor at the Department of Communication, KADIR KHS, International Islamic University, Malaysia. In this event, we humbly pray to you, Allah the Almighty, to increase in knowledge. Let this knowledge serve your cause in a way that you accept and let it benefit humanity. Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Allahumma jam'ana hadza jam'an marhuma wa tafarruqana min ba'dihi tafarruqa ma'suma. Ya Allah, let our effort succeed well and secure success. Make us fulfill our determination, give answers to our prayers, listen to our requests, cause us to obtain the good of this world and the hereafter. Give us much and much more than our expectations. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Subhanaka rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wassalamu ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, brother, for the dua recitation just now. To begin our program today, may I respectfully invite Director of IIUM, Professor Emeritus Dr. Osman Baka, to deliver his welcoming remarks. Dato, please welcome.
Thank you, Sister Director. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. The Honorable Dato Sri Dr. Syed Hussein Abdul Qadir Al-Habshi, Distinguished Adjunct Professor at the Department of Communication, Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman Kuliah of Islamic Legal Knowledge and Human Sciences, who is our speaker today, this morning. Your Excellencies, IIM Board of Governors, and our ambassadors from Maldives, Dr. Miriam, Siabas from Oman, tried to, okay, and of course, nice to see Sheikh Kadir Father, my old acquaintance, friend. We were together as fellow students at London, and it was nice to see you again. I miss you all the time. And of course, Dato Mujahid, and the Dean, Professor Tafiz Zakaria, Dean of the Abdul Hamid Abu Salam Kuliya of Civil Knowledge and Human Sciences, and fellow academics, senior officers of IAM, participants, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the university, I would like to welcome all of you to this very special event. A talk, a lecture to be given by Dr. SYED, HUSSIEN. I decided to skip the request. Want to talk about my friend, Dr. SYED, HUSSIEN. Yeah, I just want to remind of our how we came to know each other, and first of all, I just want to thank you for agreeing to give a talk, this premier talk on the topic is very important. Basically, that is the topic from the Gulf to Malaysia, building trust through strategic communication. Dr. SYED HUSSIEN is a distinguished Malaysian. His contribution to public service is immense, especially in also diplomatic service. He was a former ambassador to the United Arab Emirates, and we hope to tap his relations with UAE, inshallah, to help bring back that good relation between UAE and IAM, inshallah. I first came to know, I think that was around 2009, when I was the deputy CEO at IEIS, National Institute of Advanced Islamic Studies, patronized by the Prime Minister at the time, Tun Badawi. So I was there. So actually what brought us together, when I wanted the IIS to invite the Sultanate of Johor at that time, before becoming the Queen. It was 2000, yes, and we're traveling all the way. We traveled all the way in the same car to the palace because we wanted to arrange this lecture. Of course, after that is history. And then I can, when I started, of course, when I was at this time, he was a member of the Board of Trustees of UNIMI. And then we have many friends and many programs together. Of course, then I became rector. I found, again, of course, working with him, because he was a member of the Board of Governors. I think the longest serving member until the rules no longer allow him to continue, for us to be. So we were forced by basically by the regulations to stop him from getting ready. So no, but I thought, what? I can't imagine is so energetic person. Yeah? Even though no longer know what's going to do. Yeah? So I want to acknowledge. Yeah? Basically, he was a diplomat, very good network, did with the diplomatic service, in the public service, in the various ministries. And then when he was the board member, BOG member, basically he was a special envoy. This is it. A special envoy of IIUM, particularly to the Muslim world, yeah, to Central Asia, to Maldives, to the Indian Ocean, on that he was, without being appointed by a special envoy, but he was a special envoy. And in that role, he did a lot, he contributed because he tried to recruit. Basically, his mission is recruitment of foreign students to IIM. Yeah? I remember that, his contribution. So given all his contributions to the university for a long time, I want to maintain his contribution. So I thought one suitable position is this adjunct professorship. Well, adjunct professor, no, it's a bit low. So I decided as distinguished adjunct professor. So today is his first talk to the public in his capacity as distinguished adjunct professor. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. So I think we hope to see him with this role, inshallah, for the ahead, inshallah, because of his invaluable services provided to us. So regarding this title, yeah, from the cup to Malaysia, and this is interesting topic, and I don't know what I was going to say, but I hope to listen to good. Yeah? Building trust to strategic communication, that is very, very important to IUM. Yeah? Very, very important. To build trust to strategic communication, and I hope Professor said be in the same department communication. So I hope that will contribute a lot to the further development of the communication, inshallah. Yeah. So I don't want to listen to it. I want to take the opportunity to thank you, Dato' Sri, for giving the talk, and of course for accepting that position of distinguished adjunct professor. We look forward to squeeze more out of you, inshallah. Yeah? So and also I want to congratulate the dean and his staff at the Abdul Hamid Abdul Saman, this school of Islamic Reading Knowledge and Human Sciences, and your dean for organizing this very important event, which we call Premier Talk. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Honorable Professor Emeritus Dato' Rector, for those insightful welcoming remarks. It is now my pleasure to invite Professor Hafiz Zakaria, Dean of AHAS KIRKHS IIUM, to introduce our distinguished speaker. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulihil Kareem wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Thank you, Sister Moderator, the Honorable Professor Emeritus Dr. Osman Bakar, Director of IIUM, the Honorable Dato' Sri Syed HUSSIEN Abdul KADIR Al-HABSHEE, Distinguished Adjunct Professor, Department of Communication, Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman, KIRKHS, Your Excellencies, IIUM Board of Governors, all honorable guests, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors, academicians, participants, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. After listening to Rector's remarkable introduction of our honorable speakers, it makes my introduction irrelevant. So I wish that it is a footnote to the introduction, if you will. And I will recite this note of introduction, if you allow me. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Yang Berbahagia Datuk Sri Syed Hussein bin Abdul Kadir Al-Habshee, though he needs no introduction. Datuk Sri Syed Hussein Al-Habshee is no stranger to the landscape of global affairs and strategic communication. Beyond his extensive experience in international relations and his distinguished public service to the nation, to the Ummah as a whole, he has committed himself to the pursuit of excellence here at International Islamic University Malaysia, and we have benefited, as our rector has mentioned. His presence here has invigorated this institution. Datuk Sri Syed Hussein Al-Habshee is highly respected Malaysian diplomat, public servant and corporate figure whose career spans decades of service in international relations, strategic communication, diplomacy and institutional leadership. His professional path embodies the combination of expertise, intellect and principle. This blend is central to the educational philosophy of IIUM. Among his many distinguished roles, I should not mention all because his long list of accomplishments is actually like reading bibliography. This is just a mere footnote, right? And we need to listen to the central thesis that Datuk Sri's speech, right? He has served as the ambassador of Malaysia to the United Arab Emirates, representing Malaysia in a strategically significant region. In this capacity, he played a key role in strengthening bilateral relations, enhancing economic and diplomatic cooperation, and fostering intercultural understanding between Malaysia and the Arab world. His diplomatic works require not only strategic acumen, but also ethical judgment, cultural sensitivity, and the ability to communicate national values with clarity and credibility. And he is a titan of the corporate world, that corporate world with heart. For example, I just mentioned too, he was the chairman of SME Corp, as well as the chairman of formerly Majlis Agama Islam Wilayah Ketuan. To us at IIUM, he is a pillar of our governance and who has served on our board of governors with unwavering dedication, as Honorable Rector mentioned. As our distinguished adjunct professor of strategic communication, Datuk Sri brings immense added values to AHAS KRKHS. His work in international relations is not only about policy, it is about strategic communication of values. He has been a leading voice in promoting the true teaching, the moderate or Rahmatan Alamin, as promoted by the former Minister Datuk Sri Mujahid, utilizing communication as a tool for peace and mutual understanding. We are privileged to learn today from an emissary of wisdom who has navigated the complexity of global politics while remaining rooted in the principle of our faith. Please join me in welcoming Datuk Sri Syed Hussein Al-Habshee. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Prof, for the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, to further appreciate the professional journey and contribution of Honorable Datuk Sri Syed Hussein Abdul Kadir Al-Habshee, we now invite you to view a short video presentation highlighting his career, achievements, and connection with IIUM.
Born in Wadi Hana, Yemen, Dato Sri Syed Hussein Al-Habshee received his education in Malaysia and the United States, earning a degree in political science from University Science Malaysia and a master's in international relations from the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy. He began his diplomatic career in 1977, serving Malaysia in key international postings including Cairo, Rabat, Moscow and Jeddah. before being appointed ambassador to the United Arab Emirates from 2000 to 2003. In 2022, he was awarded an honorary doctorate by the International Islamic University Malaysia in recognition of his contributions to diplomacy and strategic communication. With his excellence in communication and international relations field, he was elected as an adjunct professor at the Department of Communication in 2025. His legacy also extends to intellectual and historical preservation through his involvement in the publication Jejak Haramain ke Istanbul, which documents the scholarly journey of his grandfather across the Islamic world. The book was launched on the 5th of May 2025 by Puan Yang Terutama Tun Sri Setia Dr. Haji Muhammad Ali bin Muhammad Rustam, Governor of the State of Malacca.
Thank you for that meaningful presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now with great honor we would like to invite the Honorable Dato' Sri Dr. SYED HUSSIEN Abdul Kadir Al-Habshee to deliver the premier talk. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahilladzi hadana lihada wa ma kunna linahtadiya laula an hadana Allah. An hadana al-iman, an hadana al-islam. Radina billahi rabban wa bil islami dinan wa bi Muhammadin nabiyyan wa rasula. The Honorable Professor Emeritus Dato' Dr. Osman Bakar, Rector of the International Islamic University of Malaysia, who have been giving me full support and encouragement in order to make this talk a success. Thank you very much, Rector. Your Excellencies, Professor Dr. Hafiz Zakaria, Dean Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman Kuliah of Islamic Living Knowledge and Human Sciences, my Sifu and my mentor, Tan Sri Abdul Kadir Sheikh Kadir, who is going to be my living witness in my talk. He's going to be my living witness. Of course, my former boss, Dr. Sri Dr. Mujahid, when I was chairman of the Islamic Council of the Federal Territory, he was the Religious Affairs Minister, and he was my boss. Thank you for turning this talk. Thank you. And of course, my colleague, ambassadors, Muhammad Abbas from Oman, very close with him, my relationship. Dr. Mariam, who is board of governor of IUM. And of course, our new BOG of IUM, Ambassador Karim from Republic of Egypt. And I will not forget, and I would like to acknowledge the presence, former Malaysian Ambassador to UAE, Ambassador Dato' Yahya Jabbar, who is with me here. And of course, the lady behind this, I must mention and acknowledge her role, Dr. Rizalawati Ismail, Head of Department of Communication, Kuliah of Islamic Living Knowledge and Human Sciences. Alhamdulillah, as mentioned by Rector, this is my first talk after being appointed as adjunct professor to this Department of Communication. Gulf region and Malaysia share a long-standing historical, cultural, and religious connections. These ties were built through trade, scholarly exchanges, diplomacy, and the movement of people across regions. What I'm going to present today is my real life experiences and observations that will cover this session, which reflects on how effective communication to bridge cultures and strengthen relationships. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in the late 60s, the first Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tunku Abdul Rahman, made an informal remarks that offended the Saudi Arabian government. What did he say? Being quoted by the media in the late 60s, that because he was asked about the problem of Malaysian pilgrimage in Mecca, and he responded, he said, it's very difficult to solve this problem because the Saudis does not have a filing system in those days. This is a real. They don't have a filing system. And so this relates to my experience, which I'm going to share with you in a real sense. When I was Consul General of Malaysia in Jeddah, in 1999, Prime Minister then, Dr. Mahathir, and then delegation wants to perform Hajj in 1999. Of course, being a Consul General, I have to approach and send a third person note to the protocol department in Jeddah. You see the beautiful expression. This is the perception, Excellency, I want to share. The perception of the Malaysian then regarding the Middle Eastern people. I have these three expressions. IBM. Inshallah, Bukra, Ma'alish. This is the perception. That means, Inshallah. That means, God willing, Bukra, tomorrow or soon. Ma'alish, no problem. This is IBM. It's already coined, you know. This the expression being coined, and this is the perception for the Malaysian when you want to deal with the Middle Eastern. And you know, after giving them the letter, and of course I need a program for duration of the Hajj for Dr. Mahathir and his delegation. To and fro, on a daily basis to the protocol department, I could not get the program. And you can imagine the Prime Minister's office and the Wisma Putra, the Foreign Ministry, every 1 hour calling me, where is the program? Where is the program? Are you sleeping? You're not doing your job. This is what I've been receiving back home. Only, of course, for Prime Minister then, Dr. Mahathir wants to see the program. It's natural. I could not translate the program. Only when the aircraft take off from Kuala Lumpur, I've got the program. In fact, I wrote to Wisma Putra, I said, for those who are suffering from hypertension, blood pressure must not send to Jeddah as consul. But now, 360 degrees, the work culture, especially in Saudi Arabia, has changed a lot after 20 years. You can imagine now, even you want to perform Umrah, you are in Dubai, you decided to go to do Umrah, you can get the visa there and there. They have changed totally under MBS. That's I fully respect. And then, with this system, everything fall into place. you can imagine how I'm worried to meet Dr. Mahdi. You know Dr. Mahdi, then Tan Sri can vouch for this. I met one person who has served under Mahdi as political secretary and as Abdullah Badawi after Mahdi as deputy minister. I don't want to mention the name. I asked him, can you show me the difference of these two personalities? He said, for Dr. Mahdi, if I have 10 issues to bring, 7 gone, only 3 issues I can raise with him. By looking at him, the aura of Mahdi then. But for Abdullah Badawi, it's quite very nice, simple, you know, I can enjoy with him. But this is the two personalities. And you imagine how I want to explain to Dr. Mahdi when he arrived. But as I mentioned to you, Prince Majid, the governor of Makkah, came to receive Dr. Mahdi. As I mentioned to you, everything all fall into place. And when I whispered to Dr. Mahdi, just to, you know, to say sorry, he said, yes, these 2 words, I know. He said, I know. That relieved me, a big relief. That means he understands the situation. Ladies and gentlemen, after that, I've been appointed by the late Osman, was the minister. He chose me to accompany Dr. Mahdi during the Hajj. I'm just a co-gender. By right, it should be the ambassador in Riyadh to accompany Dr. Mahdi, because the Saudi government gave only 1 seat from the embassy. But nevertheless, since Dr. Hamid Osman has appointed me, I accompany Mahdi for 7 days with him, performing Hajj rituals. You know, I'm sharing with you the communication, right? During the Wukuf Arafah, I can imagine if he sent the ambassador, this will not happen. 2 leaders, Muslim leaders, met in Arafah. How did it happen? During lunch, in this tent that we are sitting with Dr. Mahdi, the one that served the lunch is a Sudanese. This Sudanese served the lunch, and if I want to make myself and to be protocol conscious, I will never greet him. But I believe in this world, no matter who you are, at which rank, you must give due respect to everyone. I acknowledge him, I wish him, and then in Arabic, of course, my Arabic is spoken Arabic, so long he understands. And I asked him in Arabic, your president, Bashar, is he performing Hajj? He said, yes, next time. After my conversation with the Sudanese guy who served the lunch, Mahdi asked me, apa yang you cakap? And I told Dr. Mahdi that President Bashir is next time of us. Huh? Can I see him? I said, can, no. After Asar, we go and see him. You imagine with the communication, I managed to organize 2 leaders, Muslim leaders, in Arafah. And I took Mahdi after Asar, went to the next tent. If not because of this Sudanese, we will go on our own. We do not know who is living in the next tent. You imagine, huh? And then bilateral talk between the 2 leaders in Arafah. This is not being recorded, not this one. I hope this one. The 2 leaders met Bashir and Mahdi. And what did Bashir say? Dr. Mahdi, I want you to come to Sudan to open the tap, the oil. Officially, because you have been fighting with US, you didn't want to come, but you proceed, and Petronas came and helped us. I want you to go to Sudan to officiate and open the tap for our petroleum. And this is how the two countries benefit out of this small man, the one who served the lunch. And after that, normally I organize lunch, that is seminar, before he left. He left at 4 o'clock, I organized seminar, business seminar, small one, at 12 o'clock. I get the benefit of Mahdi in Jeddah. During the Q&A, one Saudi raised the hand. He asked, "Where is Malaysia?" I'm talking 1999. 1999. Where is Malaysia? And Mahathir, stay at me. In his heart, what are you doing? Something like that. And of course, Mahathir explained nicely between Thailand and Singapore, this position, Malaysia, blah, blah, blah. Alas. Then, after that, in end of 1999, I've been selected for promotion before going to UAE as ambassador. This you have to attend M1 course, special course M1, for a group of 70 people, the officers, government civil servants, I include. And during that time, I made a press conference because I've been asked by the media to say something about back home. They said Mahathir did not perform Rukun Hajj. Mahathir did not perform Hajj, did not perform the Tawaf Rukun and blah blah blah. And I came up with a statement, very strong statement, came up in the headline. I said, Mahathir have done all the Rukun. In fact, if Mahathir did not perform, and I said the perform is a waste of time for me to perform Hajj and to perform Umrah during my stay in Jeddah. A very strong statement. With that statement, the next day, that time I was in Intan, attending a course. And I received call from Fauzi Raza, former governor of Penang, Dato' Fauzi Raza. He was Deputy Secretary General of Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He called me. He said, Dr. Mahathir wants to see you. Oh. Then I went to see the director of ITAN, of course, to get permission. At that time, his name is Zulkarnain, Dato' Zulkarnain. His last post was KSU, Secretary General of Ministry of Education, Sri Zulkarnain. He was director of ITAN then. As a participant, I went to get permission from him. I said, Dato', Dr. Mahathir wants to see me. No, if you want to skip classes, don't quote Dr. Mahathir, please. You quote some other thing, I can allow you, but not Dr. Mahathir wants to see you. He did not allow me. He cannot believe. Because the word is, normally I want to see Mr. Mahathir, but this one from the office of Mahathir wants to see me. Who are you? You are a participant. I'm a director of INTAN. And so what happened? I called back Dato' Fauzi Raza, and then Dato' Fauzi called director of INTAN direct. Show that it is serious. DMs want to see me. Right. After that, you feel ashamed of me. After that. And I went to see Dr. Mahathir, and my statement was on his desk, that newspaper. This is the first thing he said, thank you, you make this statement. I see that the tone of attacking me is now going slowly down. Fade and fade. Do you remember, our face one-to-one. Do you remember the one that asked, where is Malaysia? Oh, he recalled that. That one about 3 weeks only. Yes, sir. Then he took his small note with a pen. And then he asked me, how can we bring these Arabs to come to Malaysia? This was late 1999. Oh, I looked at him, I stared at him. He was serious, with a pen and a notebook small. Tell me how? How? Then Hidayah came. I told him, I said, sir, now we have the new satellite television called Al Jazeera. That one only 2 years, just been founded, started 2 years only, Al Jazeera, 1990. Al Jazeera. So we need to advertise this through Al Jazeera only during the news time, because almost all the Middle Eastern people will watch this news in Al Jazeera. They don't watch news in their national television. Only during the news, put in Malaysia, truly Asia. Who is the initiator? The initiator is Tan Sri Abdul Kadir Sheikh Fadil. I want to tell you, after 21 years, when they launched Malaysia Visit Year 2026, they still use Malaysia Truly Asia. That slogan, this iconic slogan by Tan Sri Abdul Kadir Sheikh Fadil. They don't dare to change the slogan, please. Until now, 21 years old, can you imagine? Then, told him, I said, there's another satellite television, popular among the Arab world. I said, MBC, Middle East Broadcasting Corporation. At that time, it was based in London. Why you propose this? I said, sir, for the drama, classical film, they will watch this satellite television. Any other? I said, one more satellite television called LBC, Lebanese Broadcasting Corporation, owned by Rafiq Haniri. Oh, Rafiq Haniri is my close friend. I know him. Why you propose to advertise in this LBC? Sir, sorry to say, for the Saudis, if they want to see ladies in bikini, they have watched LBC. And you know, first time, Mahathir laughed. It's not easy to make Mahathir laugh, you know. he was laughing. That gave me a big relief. Otherwise I was very stressed, you know. Big relief. And then, when I left the office, I rang up immediately Tan Sri Abdul Kadir Sheikh Fadil. Because the way I look at it is going to bring up at the cabinet. I want to be fair to him. I called him. He answered my call. Tan Sri, I just came back to the Prime Minister. I reported to him. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's it. True enough, during the cabinet, Mahathir approved 8 million for the advertisement of the television that I mentioned. 8 million, immediate. How do I know? After the cabinet, Tan Sri Kadir called me. Hey, Syed, hampnya kita ni, kita dah lulus 8 million for the advertisement. Alhamdulillah. And that's the beginning. When they advertise through communication, this is communication. They bring up and slowly they build up the tourist visit Malaysia. Otherwise, before that it's negligible. Not that they don't have Middle Eastern tourists, but negligible. I've been posted to UAE, and every year we have Arab Travel Month in Dubai, international show. Tan Sri Kadir was the Minister of Tourism. And in one of the series of the visit of Tan Sri Kadir, when I was there, I want to save government fund. Dato' Rector, I want to save government fund. All this while, you were in London before. When you send through, culture through, you spend 200,000 to 300,000, right? To perform culture show. But I'm thinking you must be creative. Well, you are ambassador, you have to be creative. How to save government money? I decided to write to Tan Sri. Tan Sri, please give me 2 dance instructor, Malay dance instructor, just 2. I round up about 20 Filipino girls aged between 13 to 18. 13 to 18. Just pay them, they are school girls. Their facial almost the same. Malaysia, total Malaysia. And he sent 2 instructors for 3 months. During the visit of Tan Sri Kadir, we performed. This girl performed exactly. You can check with him. He's my witness here, living witness. He told me, he whispered to me, he said, fantastic sight, but don't allow them to talk. Otherwise, they know he's from Filipino. He's from Philippines, not from Malaysia. But with the costume, with everything. And I saved 300,000 instead of bringing the culture to the country. And we performed what we call tour to the Gulf state, to Oman, of course UAE, to Qatar, Bahrain, and then to Saudi Arabia, Eastern Province. And I told Tan Sri, I can only assist in UAE. This is my area. I cannot follow you. They said, I am the minister. You have to follow me to this places. I said, Tan Sri, I'm encroaching on other people's area. I'm ambassador to UAE, limited to UAE. In diplomacy, I cannot go and perform other people's place because at that time, Qatar, Bahrain covered from Kuwait. And Eastern Province, we have ambassador in Riyadh. Like, I am the minister. You follow me. That's the command, I follow him. At the end, because you boleh sikit cakap Arab apa-apa, senang lah sikit apa kita nak buat apa semua. Nanti kali you can manage. True enough, the ambassador in Riyadh wrote a letter of complaint to Mr. Putra that Syed Hussein came and encroaching this area. I told I can perceive this. I know already I can pick up, but this is how the sacrifice. I have to pay all these things, which is good, but they have to write the complaint. This ambassador, but he did not know. The minister himself wanted me to follow him. Anyway, that is the story. And after a few years, the tourists started coming. The second year, my ambassadorship in Abu Dhabi, I was called again by Dr. Mahathir. See, Dr. Mahathir, this issue, he is the Prime Minister, he shouldn't think. He said, now I saw movement of Arab tourists coming to Kuala Lumpur. Alright, especially the Saudis, the Gulf people, the Gulf tourists, they stay, they don't come 1 week, they stay for 3 weeks and 1 month. 1 or 2 days they can look for Malay food. After that, they are looking for Arab food. Where is the Arab food? In Kuala Lumpur. You imagine Prime Minister had to look even to this perkara lah, or this topic of food. And then I told him, yes, I know one operator in Dubai, very good, Mr. Harib, Al-Boom restaurant. I went back, I went to see the Al-Boom operator, Mr. Harib. Prime Minister wants to see you. I told him stay. And that time, I don't know whether Tan Sri remember, he served the whole cabinet, cozy, lamb cozy, lamb cozy, the whole Arab food. They prepared the lamb cozy for the whole cabinet at that time, this Mr. Hari. And then Mahdi gave him this Saloma restaurant to start for the Arab food. He managed about 1 year or so. Then slowly, until now, you have easily 40 Arab restaurants in Klang Valley. In Klang Valley, you have 40 now, Arab restaurants. And so slowly, we have no issue about eating, about food, relationship very good. Now, it is the area how to sustain this Arab tourists into this country. And with this, I would like to share a few words with you. I want to invite my Sifu to say a few words what I have given and delivered the talk today. Thank you very much. I would like to invite Tan Sri to say a few words, my observation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the sweet words. Dato Sri. Alright, actually yes, I think he did wonderfully well as an ambassador, not only for UAE, but I used him for the whole of Middle East because of his, and because when I asked him, I said that they must, when you form this cultural group, make sure they look like Malays. So, and I tell you, he recruited about 20 or 25, the most beautiful Malays in UAE. And they happen to be all Filipinos, but they dance very well. And so in a short while only, I managed to borrow his cultural group and then show him all over Middle East. And the Middle East, the Arabs in the Middle East, they became one of our strongest supporters in our tourism industry. And I remember when I was heading there in 1999 to 2004, we broke world record. 60% average growth in tourism is a world record. And of course, the people who really supported us was China, India, Middle East, and ASEAN. And we are right in the center, Malaysia. And then through that kind of cultural group, we set up all over the world. So we had about almost 20 cultural groups. Similarly, when Dr. Mahathir went to Japan, and then the ambassador put up a show there, Malaysia, Truly Asia, the cultural show. And then the Japanese ambassador and his wife said, "How come they all, you are Malaysians, huh? They all look like Japanese." So the Japanese, our Malaysian ambassador couldn't find enough Japanese who look like Malays. But in India, Delhi, the ambassador managed to find enough Indians who look like Malays from Nagaland, from Assam, all those areas. They look like Malays. All right. So Dr. Mahathir told the Japanese Prime Minister, "They're all Japanese," he said. So that's how we managed to stretch our budget, and we managed to show the colors of Malaysia to the whole world. It's a limited budget, and we created a lot of goodwill, both sides. As we just said, even Saudi Arabia, UAE, gained a lot by opening up these Arabic restaurants. They are all over the world, all over Malaysia now, Arabic restaurants and so on. And from there, once people come for tourism, they also look for business opportunities and so on. So tourism actually can help countries in so many ways and so on. And thank God we have done very well in Malaysia, with the help of friendly countries and so on. And I must thank my good friend, SYED, Dato Sri, you put him anywhere, he can do well. It's just an example. Mana pun he always think out of the box, and create certain things which will help the country. And he has retired from the foreign ministry how many years now? 20 years, but you see he's still active, one after another, and that's how he keeps on young. Not only he proved, that he can really look for the most beautiful girls also. He's good at that. Okay, thank you very much, and I hope and pray that there will be more people like you. Learn from you, keep on serving until sampai kita ke yang lahat. That's why I tell all my friends when I have to make speeches, further speeches and so on, don't use the word pension. Don't panic from your life or say that. Go and find something and do something. Even 1 acre of little abundant piece of land also you can create something and make you happy. Never retire. Never pension. You only pension when di diam lahat. Continue contributing, and that will make you happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Datuk Sri, for the enlightening presentation, and thank you, Tan Sri Abdul Kadir Said Fazil, former Minister of Ministry, for the sharing. We shall now open the floor for the Q&A session. Kindly raise your hand if you wish to ask a question, and please state your name and affiliation before proceeding. So, if you have any question, you can just simply turn on the mic.
Assalamualaikum. Sorry, can I ask a question? I'm Dr. Ida from the Department of Communication. It's so interesting. I teach marketing communication, so your slogan is so interesting to me. What are the selling points of Malaysia that no other country would have in terms of its competitive advantage? Thank you.
Right. Thank you for the question. You see, sometimes we have all the advantages that we have. Sad to see, Malaysia, in terms of medical tourism, we lost to Thailand. We have all the advantages, the selling point. We are a Islamic country. Medical centers serve halal food. And some of our doctors want to do the operation when we are Muslim, we recite dua. But we're still losing to Thailand in terms of getting Middle Eastern people for treatment. Where are we? What have we done? What are the advantages of Thailand compared to Malaysia? We have everything, but still we are losing to Thailand. And so, I don't know how to say this. Maybe there's one, I'm talking about 20 years, Excellency. I happened to be in Oman, Muscat, and I attended a Ma'rat, exhibition, tourism exhibition. I just dropped by and visited our booth, Malaysian booth. They always promote Langkawi, Kuala Lumpur, Langkawi, Kuala Lumpur. And the Thai booth, I saw doctors taking blood pressure to promote medical tourism. You see, that's the difference. We didn't think out of the box. We're still going to continue with that. But the next booth, Thailand, they're having doctors on the ground and taking blood pressure to introduce their medical tourism. And so until now, when I talk about this, they say, no lah, Dato, because Thailand got special, they got this. No, people are sick, please lah. They don't think of this one. You know what I mean? They are sick. In the sick bed, they are thinking about when to die. They don't have this. You see, I want to tell you, for UAE, I can vouch here. For UAE, one patient, the government is spending 1 million. The patient, the whole family, they supported by the government to visit. And so, we are losing. I hope this thing, I don't know, they have this tourism council, all these things will promote aggressively in getting the Arab sort of patients to come to Malaysia. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. First of all, thank you, Rector, thank you, Dr. HABSHEE, for inviting me to be a part of today's sharing of thoughts and memories. In this sense, I would like to share also a memory that I've met Tansri, but 25 years ago. It was when I was the head of the OIC department, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This was when you organized, Tansri, the ministerial meeting of the OIC countries, based, yes, for the ministers of tourism. Subhanallah, alhamdulillah, I was in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but it came to me in a way that our Minister of Tourism, he had some prior engagement, so it came just in a way that I was representing my country at that time, definitely with the consulate, the embassy here. But I mean, from Cairo, from our headquarters, it was my honor to be here. And I witnessed the first time that, you had this slogan with Malaysia Truly Asia. It was great. It was very, actually, a huge launching, strong, actually, marketing point for Malaysia. I live here next to KLCC. Most of the buildings there were not there already, even not the building where I live now. But it was a huge success by them. So I add to what actually DATO mentioned, now that SYED, that really it was a huge success. I would just like to share this memory because it helped me a lot when I went back to Cairo. I just written the report, and even our assistant minister didn't believe all. He thought that I was just the enthusiasm of the visit. It's just that I was so emotional. But I told him, no, sir. The country has gone. By then I had already some visits to other ASEAN countries, but what I've seen here it was a huge success. It's huge. It's from the perception that we had as in the Middle East. When I came, no, it completely changed, and in many ways. One of them is the great hospitality. This is one of the major points that helped me a lot. The other one is the diversity. I've seen here 3 major cultures combined in one. So this is one of the things I would like to share, indeed. The second thing is just, before coming here, I was in the National Committee of Egypt for medical tourism. I've been there for 3 years and a half. Yes, definitely there are many factors actually that help how to promote your medical tourism. But from what I see, okay, just from very objective point of view, is that one of the things that now with more openness worldwide to all services worldwide, that any patient now, when they decide, which country to go, which place to go, yes, one of them definitely is quality. But to be honest, in a way, the life standard in Malaysia in general has raised, lately, the last 5 years. This, by default, also raised a bit the cost of the services in the medical tourism. In general, any medical treatment at any of the hospitals, you have very high-end services and institutions for medical treatment, medical actually services. But what I want to say is that, in a way, the suicide cost effects. Cost has started also to be a major factor for all patients to decide to go to this country, not only of the service itself, but all actually the other, like cost of food, cost of hotel and accommodation. This might be also decisive. So in a way or another, my tiny advice is that to put this into consideration when you give more incentives to any of the tourists, the patients coming here in this sense, and to find some way that, for example, lower air tickets price or cost, lower accommodation price. I mean, you have many packages, but this would be maybe one of the factors that would help. Thank you, and thank you for allowing me to give these remarks and to participate here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, President.
Assalamualaikum, Datuk Seri. Can I ask a question? Me. My name is Shafi, final year communication students. So our generation, we mainly consume information about Middle East mainly on social media. So we might have a shallow understanding about what's really happening. In your view, Datuk Seri, what are the missing story about Middle East what are the missing story about Middle East in our Malaysian media, and how we as future communicators, maybe journalists, can tell this story better? Thank you.
You see, to know about the country, Middle East, maybe it was more than. I shared this with Excellency Ambassador Karim when I called on him. I said, in the 70s and 80s, our television showed Arabic film, drama, historical film, religious film. Where are these films? Now, Turkish film, Korean film in our main television. Before it was Arabic film. We remember, we saw this being enjoyed by our people, enjoying the film, Arabic film, Egyptian film, Syrian film. Then we know the culture. Easily we have 500,000 in Malaysia speak Arabic. Easily. Yes, Umi Kalsum, you see, Excellency? That's why I told you. When I mentioned to Excellency about Samia Jamal, I said, Samia Jamal in the 60s or 70s is a household name in Malaysia. He was shocked. Is it true? Is it true? Yes! Samia Jamal. Everybody knows. And so, it is because of this, okay, right. Now with the social media, I think lack of communication in terms of, we do not allocate sort of a slot for our television here. We have 5, 6 television stations. Why can't they show this Egyptian film, drama? I want to share with you, there's one film when I was in Abu Dhabi. But this film, Tanzli, very popular. You ask any Arab people, they will know this film. I will ask Oman ambassador here. The title of the drama is a half-an-hour drama. Every day, half an hour, until complete 30 days. This is drama Al-Mutawali. They know, you see? But this Mutawali, you know, with 200 million Arab, 200 million knows this Mutawali. What is the Mutawali in the Egyptian film? The same like Madu Tiga, faham? Perempuan tak suka lah. It's the same theme like Madu Tiga. The beauty of this Mutawali, you can Google Mutawali film, then you enjoy it. The series is 30 series, half an hour each. They married for no quarrel. This is the beauty of Mutawali. They don't fight. Like Madu Tiga, they fight. The first and the second one, they fight. But this Mutawali, his name is Mutawali, They managed to get married without any fight, understanding. This is good for the people. You know, there are harmony. Tanzim, harmony. No promoting. I'm telling how good the film is. You know, something like that. So that through this filming, we tend to know the country, but in terms of knowledge about the Middle East, which is very lack, I think this more on the Bernama. Bernama and the national news agencies. I think the ambassador need to promote this. Because for Bernama, when they shoot this news, they shoot through all the national news agencies. That's important. Through what the question raised is about, how to bring these countries know each other, where what's happening in certain country, Egypt now. We are not aware about this. You know? Even our news did not bring that news international in terms of each other countries. That's what I can tell you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. So maybe we can have one more question for this section. Okay.
Please give the answer, but I just want to mention. Not the last, give the last question.
Dato' Sri, seperti in bahasa saya, your talk menyelitkan beberapa message untuk pendengar. There's something that I think, especially for students and young academics in the communication, based on the anecdotes that you presented, I came to the conclusion, and I think this affirms the view held by many also, that what's important in communication between two nations, between two groups, whatever, is the personal touch, the human touch. The human touch is very, very important. Technology cannot replace this human touch. Yeah? Rapid progress in technology can speed up communication, but especially when dealing with the Middle East, that human touch is very, very important. I just want to for us to reflect on this. Yeah? In our dealing in institutions and so on, the human touch is important. That's just thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dato'. Maybe we can have one more question from the audience today before we close the Q&A session. Okay, so if you don't have any, we'll proceed to the next part. Thank you for the engaging questions and responses. We shall now proceed with the presentation of token of appreciation, followed by a photo session. May I respectfully invite the Honorable Rector of IIUM, Dean of HUSSIEN KHS, and the Head of Department of Communication, Dr. Rizalawati Ismail. Please welcome. Alright, with that, this concludes the formal program for this morning. We cordially invite all distinguished guests to proceed to the lunch reception at Laman Karya Level 2 of Mar Building. On behalf of the Department of Communication, International Islamic University Malaysia, thank you for your presence and support. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We would like to call for all the audience together at the center for a photography session. Okay, everyone. We may gather together at the center for a group photography session. Okay, everyone, you may gather at the center now. Okay, everyone, you may look at the camera in front.
Right, everyone, this is me. So, everyone, see people at the back, stand by. Everyone, look at the camera, center. 1, 2, 3. One more time, ready? 1, 2, 3. Can have one thumbs up, everyone, and smile face. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Right. Thank you, Edo. Thank you, Tefi.
Thank you, everyone. We may proceed to our lunch reception at Laman Karya Level 2.